First challenge, work from home. But obviously work from home is not, it's definitely not something new. How was that before COVID-19 with you guys?
Yeah, you see, working from home is a novel concept, isn't it, really? Managers work from home, but there's a trusted relationship, isn't there, in terms of can other staff groups successfully work from, can we trust them and they're not going to be watching the telly, etc., that they'll be working? But as an example, I've only been in the office 7 times since the 23rd of March. And my team of another staff member who works from home permanently. And I think it's a culture change. And what COVID-19 has enabled us to do is to look at ourselves as an organisation and say, actually, if we give the staff the right tools to be able to do their jobs from home, and we have a good relationship in terms of being able to support our staff, then actually, why isn't it a good way of work? And why won't it work? And we've proved that actually staff can work from home if we give them the right tools, and it's a trusted relationship. But I think it's about working from home can work for some staff, but in other cases it doesn't work for some others. And I think it's just being able to be aware of your own team's abilities to cope with that, and what mechanisms do we need to put in place to help them. So for some of our staff in digital, they need to be on site, and we've made that happen for them. For others, they're absolutely happy, like I am on my team, to work from home, and that's great. So I think it's about a mixed economy and making it work for both groups.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have like an official policy or something that supports work from home? Did you have it before COVID? And
No.
So that's really a result of COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were just working up a flexible working policy, and so one of the key changes that we've implemented in our organisation is we've reflected on the changes and transformation that COVID-19 has helped us bring about, and we've encapsulated those changes in what we call 10 high impact changes. And one of those impact changes is around remote working. So there's a group that's been formed to look at how do we sustain this going forward? What are the underpinning policies and procedures? What do they need to look like? And how do we make sure that all staff groups across the organisation, where they can, be offered that opportunity going forward, that it doesn't suddenly just stop once we have a vaccine and we all go back to normal, that actually it becomes the norm. And it's not just because of COVID-19. So as an organisation, we're really keen to make sure that we're sustaining that change, and putting in the right policies and procedures to underpin that change, really.
We'll have a work from home policy, and this is going to be part of the new normal. It might not be like 100% work from home. It's going to be part of that mix. And I guess it also solves some other challenges like parking lot availability and things like that, which is a common issue in hospitals.
Oh, completely. Come to a hospital at 10 o'clock, you won't find a parking space. And that's for patients and for staff. Absolutely. I think it's about giving us we need to now look at our estate management and go, actually, what do we need where? To house staff, to see our patients. I suppose in a hospital, the difference is that we will still need to be on site. The clinicians, the nurses will still need to be there to provide those clinical services. But actually, if a clinician has a afternoon of doing administration, do they really need to be in a hospital to do that? Do they really need an office? And I'm not saying that when they're not going to have offices, but do corporate back office staff need as much capacity on site as they did pre-COVID? So I think it's that challenge and debate that all organisations, regardless of the sector they support or work in, are going to be having those same sort of conversations to go, what is our estate strategy going forward? And entwined with that, how do we support our remote working policy and flexible working? Because really, if I am a happier, motivated person because I have the ability to work from home and balance my personal and professional life, and I've managed to do it really successfully, but I have a trusted relationship with my manager. And I think that makes a huge difference. It really does. But absolutely, I think from an industrial perspective, it's about the next shift in terms of how, as an economy, home working really will change the face of a lot of economies, really, here in the UK, as we know, from a city living perspective.